Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Undrafted Fantasy Football. I am your host, the Undrafted, or as most people know me, Justin. With me, as always, is Arnaldo. No, I'm just kidding. If you've seen or heard the first episode, you know why I made that joke. Arnaldo, how are you doing today, buddy?
I'm doing great. I'm really glad that training we've been doing on the enunciation of my name has paid off.
Yeah, man. Words are hard. I am a math guy. Yeah, me know talkie very well, which is funny considering we're doing a podcast, video cast, whatever they're called. I don't know. I'm not a expert. I just want to talk about football. And with that, we will be talking about the latest news, a little bit of free agency. Tomorrow. Yes. Gonna be getting a lot. Let's start off, man. Jalen Ramsey traded to the Dolphins.
Yeah, that was crazy. For a third round pick, I kind of thought he might have netted a little more, but it seems like they're going all in for next year.
Yeah.
I think you got Tyreek Hill. I think he's got to hit 30 by now, right? Got trading for Jalen Ramsey, picking up to his fifth-year option. I think Dolphins are going for it.
Oh, absolutely. They need to. Hopefully, Tua can stay healthy. You got to stay away from them concussions, man.
Yeah, that division will be interesting. Bills going to be Bills. Jets might have Aaron.
Hey, man, those Jets. I mean, look, I'm not a fan of Aaron Rodgers, but anything's better than Zach Wilson.
Yeah, I'm not a fan either. I don't like Aaron Rodgers for where their team is at right now. Honestly, it's a young team with like a lot of, I guess, sophomores now going into next year.
Right.
I think a 40-year-old QB who flirts with retirement every offseason may not be the best choice, especially if you're also going to pitch in a couple first-round picks.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I just look. I've never been a huge Jets fan. That's just never been my team. But I'm just gonna say, talking about some trades and some signings, Mr. Derek Carr. Let's go, baby.
I want to say, was it official as of today, right? Some in a little Saints polo signing on the dotted line.
Oh yeah, man! Look, they sent him some cake, some memorabilia for the kids and family. He got tickets to the Pelicans game. Look, man, he is an official New Orleanian through and through now. I love it as a long term. One thing that I've been told by some of the other fantasy football podcasters, shout out to Jason Moore for the Fantasy Footballers, is one thing he's always said is a new quarterback is not going to fix it. And I agree. He's not going to fix the Saints. They're not going to go out and have this just miraculous year. He will stabilize that position. And that's okay. That's what I'm looking forward to. Olave needs somebody he can grow with.
Yeah, that's gonna be good. But I'll be honest. I think Saints, like early on prediction, Saints probably win that division.
Well,
they already had a pretty good defense. You get Derek Carr immediately, probably the best quarterback in that division.
Well, let's see, because now, I mean, with that, you just kind of segue to what we can go into is the Bears trading their number one pick away to the Carolina Panthers. I think it was a great trade for both sides. I really do. What are you thinking, man? I mean, do you think they did the right thing? You think they did the wrong thing?
I may be in the side that's a Lamar Jackson stand right now, because I see everyone making these moves. I say everyone, but mainly the Jets and the Panthers making these moves. One for a 4-year-old quarterback, probably retire next year. We'd still go get Lamar. You probably get up the same amount of draft capital. You probably get to pay the same amount annually as you go for Aaron Rodgers. Same thing with Carolina. Giving up 2 firsts, 2 seconds, and your number one receiver to go get a rookie who you're going to throw to the Wolves.
No, I agree. You're taking I get what they did. I really do. As far as trading, okay, yes, they sent their number 9, their 61, a 24
Mm.
first, a 25 second, and DJ Moore. I get it why they wouldn't want to trade for Lamar. There is a lot going into it, but I also don't understand why they didn't trade for Lamar. So I get, both sides of the
Mm.
coin. Uh,
I guess the trade-off's the rookie scale contract for an
and see,
unproven commodity.
that's kind of what I was going with is
Yeah,
you get this rookie contract for 4 years because they never really make it to the fifth year if they're worth it.
right,
For Lamar, you know what he wants. He wants the bag. He wants guaranteed money. So not only are you trading away all those assets, but now you are paying up. I don't even know. I can't even think about what that would be for percentage wise of your salary cap.
right.
I mean, is that we? I don't know. Is that 20%, 20 something percent of your salary, roughly?
What's the salary cap at? 240.
I'm not 100% sure, but it's just that's a lot of money,
Right.
guaranteed money for a. Let's be honest, man.
Mm.
He, for fantasy reasons, he's been on a decline. We talked about this, I believe, before at work, and every year he's gone down. He's not that 28 points, fantasy points a game quarterback.
Right.
Now, yes, that doesn't translate directly to NFL, but I don't know, man. I guess if they see something in Bryce Young or Anderson,
Mm.
I get it. Go get your guy. We talk about it all the time in fantasy football about, oh
Right.
man, look at that trade, look at that trade. Go get your guy. If that is your guy, go get him. Doesn't matter what anybody else thinks.
Yeah. Fair enough. Although I think what I would do, I don't know. It's interesting. I think I told you before from a little tinfoil hat. I think owners are colluding right now against Lamar. I find it interesting that a bunch of teams that don't have a quarterback, need one desperately, suddenly, like immediately, once they find out they can go get a guy,
Mm-hmm.
immediately aren't interested and stating it very publicly that they aren't
Well,
interested. And on top of that, Lamar doesn't have an agent. So
yeah,
if
that's
the
true.
reasoning for these teams is, oh, he's asking for too much, you can't really know because he hasn't said anything himself. Publicly stated it. He can't legally go talk to any of these teams. So the only way they can even find out his demands is if the Ravens are telling other teams about it.
No,
Which
I mean, you're right. I understand where you're going with that. I really do. I want to say that there is some truth to what you're saying, that they want to reset the market in a good way. Deshaun Watson reset the market in a horrible way. This man didn't play for what, 2 years? And then got that massive guaranteed contract?
I think it was just 1 year he didn't play, but he didn't
Well,
play much last year either.
I was gonna say he didn't he sit out a year
Yeah, it
and
was that
then
last year. He
and then
sit
he
out.
was suspended a year? I
Yeah,
mean,
that
roughly.
was once he got to the Browns. Once
Okay.
the trade went through for the Browns, then the NFL came down with the suspension.
So yeah, I mean roughly 2 years almost. So I get it, but yeah, you can't. That's not the way to do it, man. That's
Yeah,
not the way to do it. I feel for the dude. I really do. I hope he gets paid um, with the money he wants as a running quarterback. I I wouldn't pay him as a GM. I love Lamar. I have a Funko Pop of Lamar Jackson, but
so proposition then,
hit me.
GM hat on. So say you could get Lamar in the room, and let's say that fully guaranteed part isn't going away, right? Would you do 3 years, like 180 million? So your running quarterback, if your concern is that lifespan is going to go to that 5 6 years, you
Right.
don't want to fully guarantee that much out. I
Hmm.
can see that playing out well in the sense of, okay, I got this quarterback in his prime, proven MVP. 3 years, 180, 60 million a year, which is what Aaron Rodgers is roughly at right now. And I mean, I think the cap's going to go up. So I mean, that contract is still going to be pretty big, but it's not going to be
Yeah.
the albatross that I think it would be. And then I think from Lamar's end, 3 years, if he proves like, hey, I got 3 full healthy years out, I did great. That gives him another bite at that apple. And who knows if it's that, he might reset the market permanently.
Yeah, no, and if I was a quarterback away from, making a run, then yeah. I mean, if I had the cap space, if I had the money. But the biggest one is Atlanta. That one, dude, I thought for sure he was going to go to
I,
Atlanta.
that was weird to me. I don't know why. I thought Atlanta would take him.
I don't know. Look, man, something's got to happen. I hope he doesn't sit out. He's too good of a player to sit out, and I wouldn't blame him though for not playing on the tag.
Yeah, I
Basically,
think
again, unofficially,
safe to say he's done as a Raven, probably.
I would think so, unless something happens.
Yeah, and I would say money fixes everything, but I think at this point you might have ticked off Lamar with a little bit
Yeah,
much.
yeah. I don't know. Maybe we'll see something happen next week.
Yeah.
There's a lot of news going to be coming out.
Yes.
I'm gonna hit up a couple more things. Giants are gonna be re-signing Shepard to a new deal.
Oh yeah, yeah. I think the details on that they're bringing him back. He was a unrestricted free agent this year, so it's just a 1 year vet minimum.
Okay.
I
Okay.
like it. I mean, it's nothing insane. You
Yeah.
know, he's coming off an ACL. I
Well, I
think it's a
mean, I wanted to bring that back up, being that you're the Giants guru over here, so.
I mean, I like it. Shepard's kind of like an energy guy on the team. If you follow Giants like media or anything like that, you'll see pictures of him wearing like shirts with his teammates on them. He'll be the loudest guy on the sideline, first guy to like run up to the teammates. He's out there in street clothes, just hyping him up. I think it's good. He's a wide receiver that's got rapport with DJ. At worst, he could be like a wide receiver 3, 4, a depth guy.
Yeah,
Best
absolutely.
yeah, best case he could be the slot guy.
Hey, look, I wouldn't be mad being a Saints fan right now. Look, I'm more of the realistic Saints fan. I know I have a lot of friends back home in New Orleans, and they don't understand when I say, "Hey, Michael Thomas probably should have been traded 3 to 4 years ago." They're like, "Oh, you don't know what you're talking about," and this and that. I'm like, "Okay,
Yeah.
how much have we had from him with these injuries?" So look, I won't get
Yeah.
into that because that could be a whole freaking hour of me just talking about how these bandwagon Saints fans, they only know the big names, and yeah, I won't get into that. Adam Thielen cut.
Yeah. So not news on Adam Thielen or take on Adam Thielen, but for the Vikings, I think that means they might be making a play for Odell. See, that'd be
See, as a fantasy
good.
guy, I just hope they don't. And KJ Osborne does something, because that would be great. That
Yeah.
would be great.
Yeah.
Also, if Adam Thielen, if you're listening to this some random way, if you're actually hearing this, can you call the Saints? I'll buy your jersey. I will buy it the second that you are signed. I already have to go buy Derek Carr's, but I will buy yours too. So, yeah, that's my plug. So, no, all jokes aside, we lost. I can't remember the guy's name. Is it Lil Jordan Humphrey? He went to
Mm.
Denver. He went to Sean Payton. Surprise, surprise. So, yeah, I would love to have Adam Thielen. Braxton Berrios, I know he doesn't get a lot of love. Little slot guy. Look, we need depth. We need wide receivers. Like the song says, come on over, baby. So,
Well, I mean, if we can shoot our shot at a wide receiver, DeAndre Hopkins, if you can do
man,
whatever you can, think he wants to trade over to New York.
I look. Do they want Michael Thomas? And we'll take D Hop straight up.
No, absolutely.
No. That's totally. That sounds like that's a great trade.
I would
That's
cry
a
my
great
eyes
trade.
out if I saw Giants traded for Michael Thomas. Well, yeah, my dream right now is pay for DeAndre Hopkins. Odell has his return home, hopefully for
Oh
not 20 million
man.
a year. Uh, and we go roll with that. Maybe
Okay.
draft another wide receiver.
Oh, I mean, okay. I mean, I see
I
it. I
think
guess.
if you pay Daniel Jones, you gotta give him something to work with.
Yeah. There's a lot of talent out in the free agent market, and one that we really probably won't get too much into because obviously this being more of a fantasy show, we don't
Yeah.
really care about defense. But a good defense could help your offense. Jesse Bates the third, safety, 26 years old, man. Another
See,
one.
uh,
Come to New Orleans. I'm not even in New Orleans. I'm in Tampa, guys. I'm in Tampa. But Tampa doesn't, they're not my team. And unless they want to start paying me.
ooh, actually, on Tampa, did you hear the one Baker Mayfield?
Yes.
Down.
Yes. That's
Yeah.
I see it. I don't really care.
I'd be more worried for you, in the division if like Bruce Arians was also coming down from the front office position to take back over head coaching duties along with that. That would be a more lethal combo, but I think with Todd Bowles still being the head coach over there,
Yeah.
I don't know if Tampa doing anything.
Um I don't know, man. I'm not too worried about Baker right now. Obviously, it could change, but
Gotta get back to love.
I'm seeing some news here that OBJ held a workout in Arizona,
Yeah,
and there was a couple teams over there, including I want to say the Giants were part of them.
Giants were there, Vikings were there. It was like 12 teams. I want to say Cowboys were there. Really, really would break my heart. He'll sign with the
Oh
Cowboys.
man, do you think there's a chance that Philly just swoops in and grabs him?
Nah, Philly's got a lot more problems. I don't know. I don't want to call it problems, but they got some guys to lock up,
Okay, I mean,
and they
look,
got some guys to replace. They can't lock up everybody.
you're right. You're right. I'm not. You're right. So let's see who else we need. Tyreek running. I saw him. He looked pretty fast.
Yeah, that was insane.
God, man, look.
Because usually you see like those like track races, and usually like the guy in first is like 6 inches away from the guy in second, but he blew past pretty much
It
all of them.
looked that looked
I
like he
was,
was running against us. Okay,
I
that's
was
what
torn
that.
something up.
I mean, for what it's worth. Look, hey, I think you and I could. I think we could hold our own. But yeah, you want to race Tyreek? Well, I mean, look, man, let's go. I'm down. I don't care. I ain't afraid of nobody, bro.
So
Yeah. Tua got his fifth-year option picked up, which obviously I think that was probably the only choice to make if you're the Dolphins, right? I mean, you don't sign them to a long-term deal right now.
it's kind of what the Giants should have done too with Daniel Jones. I think it's just a smart move. Like, just pick up your players, fifth year option.
Absolutely, man.
Like
I bet you the
unless it's
Raiders wish they would do that.
Yeah, Josh Jacobs. That's the other thing, free agency. It looks like all the big name running backs got locked up too.
Yeah.
Saquon's tag, Jacobs tag. I don't know if I swear there's somebody else who was hitting the market too.
James Robinson is hitting the market.
I'm sure someone will sign,
If
but I wouldn't expect it to be too heavy.
Well, I don't think it'll be too heavy, but
No, I don't think he'll be pursued too heavily.
I mean, if I'm the Saints, knowing that Alvin Kamara could get suspended for up to Who knows? You know, why not? Especially like you said, if he's not pursued, here's some cash. Let's do this. You know,
Smoothie King bucks.
hey man,
Right?
we'll pay you in smoothies. Okay.
Just,
Jameis Winston was offered a reconstructed contract.
oh, really?
Yeah, yeah. They're trying to make room, man. They need money. They realize that they overpaid on Taysom Hill, and they're trying to fix it.
Yeah, that. Yeah, when they signed him, that was an interesting thing too. Taysom Hill, that is.
Look, again,
Huh.
it hurts, man. It hurts. I really want to
Yeah,
get
same for this.
into football, director of player personnel, but it takes some time. Here's some interesting stuff. The Vikings did receive a trade offer on Dalvin Cook.
Really?
Yes, they did.
For a running back. I just find that interesting. Does he give it say anything else, or did it just say they got one?
No, it just says they did get an offer. Then yeah, because he's not interested in taking a pay cut, which I mean, I don't blame him.
Get your money.
You know, his contract, the cap hit is 11 million, 12 million, and 13 million over the next 3 seasons.
Yeah, I'm very pro player, except when it's my team. But yeah, you know, like I never understood. It's like why would the player take a pay cut? Honestly, so
Well, there's certain instances where I get it. You either take a pay cut or maybe you don't get signed.
that's
You know?
different.
Some
So I
money's
think that-
better than no money.
I think Zeke's in that situation where
Yeah, maybe.
so like because like the Giants did the same thing. I can't remember which players it was with. It might have been Sterling Shepard was one of them, but basically they the front office approached them and was like, hey, can you take a pay cut down to basically what their cap hit was going to be?
Right.
And it was like essentially it was take that and stay on the team, or well, you're going to get cut and all you're going to get paid is essentially what the cap hit is.
Right.
So like an instance like that where it's like, hey, look, either you take the pay cut or we're going to cut into the safe space. And it's like, okay, take the pay cut. But
I mean,
an instance like Dalvin Cook where it's like, I'm going to get my money either way. I'm like,
I mean, look, DeAndre Hopkins said he would be flexible, going back to D-Hop. His cap hit is $30.75 million.
I think D Hop's thing was a restructure to make it more
team friendly.
Yeah, team friendly on the cap. But I don't think it was like I'll take less money. Because I think the point is he would get traded to the team and then the team would restructure and sign him to a new deal. I think is how that works. I think usually with that your guarantees go up.
Yeah. But I mean, look, sometimes a little less money will get you where you want to go.
That's fair.
So, but we'll see. All right, guys, let's, now that we're finished talking about a little bit of news, we got a lot of news coming, and I'm sure in the next episode, let's get into top 12 wide receivers. What do you say? All right, we're going to try to get through this a little quicker than usual. We got some time. Let's go. Arnaldo, let's give me your number one.
You want to just say number 1 on 3?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, 1, 2, 3.
Justin Jefferson.
Hey, look at that.
Absolutely, man. He is a stud. Do we need to even talk about it? I just, it's Justin Jefferson, guys. If you don't know who it is, if you're new to fantasy football and somehow you're listening to this podcast, if Justin Jefferson is there when it's your turn to draft him. It doesn't matter if it's redraft, dynasty, 2QB. I don't care. Justin Jefferson.
Especially Adam Thielen cut too. Target share goes up. I mean, until they sign somebody else to replace that. But
here's my dog.
You got it too.
So number 2, obviously Jamar Chase, man. You know,
Jamar Chase.
we're talking dynasty rankings right now, and Jamar Chase is my number 2. Now,
Yeah.
I won't lie. It's tough. All right, it's tough. Who you have as number 2?
Dynasty wise, yeah, it's gonna be Chase. Higgins there. He's still dominating even with Higgins there. Well, I think Higgins at one point was leading in receptions still while he was there, but they're still both putting up stats. But yeah, Jamar Chase, and then I think depending on how they work out the contracts, Higgins may be gone in a year or two.
Yeah.
So,
But I mean, he's still an amazing wide receiver either way.
100%.
So I'm with you, man. You can't go wrong with Jamar Chase. Number 3. I'm very curious to see who you have at number 3. Being a Giants fan, so who do you have, Ronaldo? I see you over there. You're like sliding out of the screen, trying to hide. We can only see like the left half of your face.
I don't have CeeDee Lamb there, if that's what you're alluding to.
Okay, CeeDee Lamb.
It's not CeeDee Lamb. It's
Okay.
AJ Brown.
It is AJ Brown. That's for me too, man.
It still hurts though. But it's
it still hurts, I guess so. AJ Brown and Jalen Hurts.
No, I was trying to be funny.
No. Yeah, I mean, look what he did last year, man. He connected with Jalen Hurts just time and time. So
yeah, that connection is pretty deadly, and like both young too, which definitely helps.
It's it's pretty disgusting. I'm not gonna lie.
All right.
Pretty disgusting. All right, so Jefferson, Chase, AJ Brown. Looks like we're kind of.
Yeah.
All right, let's go. Number 5. Excuse me. Yeah, it's number 5. Number 4.
Number 4. Yeah, CeeDee Lamb.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
It's hard, man. It's this.
They got some good receivers in the NFC East, except on the Giants for some reason. But yeah,
That's pretty cool. I mean, not for you, but for everyone else.
Yeah, and I think the Cowboys, if they, I think they kind of acknowledge that they need some wide receiver help. Even though CD's like a proven number 1.
Well, yeah, you always want a good number 2.
Yeah, and they get some pressure off CD. I think to do that, like you'll see CD take off.
I agree. All right. Well, so Jefferson, Chase, Brown, and CD for me as well, man. Number 4. No change. Right. This is getting pretty easy.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see. All right. Let's see if I can change it yet. Number 5, got Jalen Waddle.
Oh my God. So do I.
God.
And the reason is these young receivers, man. They're killers. They are straight killers.
Yeah. In a good sense. I hated it. For someone who like fully bought in on the Jalen Waddle train for dynasty football. When Tyreek came in there, I thought he was just going to eat into all his touches. I thought Tua couldn't throw the ball well enough to get it to two number 1 wide receivers.
2 number 1s, absolutely.
Yeah, but like the fact you got to dedicate 2 people to Tyreek lets Waddle eat. Waddle doesn't even need another wide receiver on the other side to eat in the first place. It's scary, and he's young.
Look, as someone who has Jalen Waddle, yeah, let's keep doing the Waddle. Okay, let's do the Waddle. All right, this is where we're gonna change, guys. I promise. We're gonna have a different player. Okay, and I'm gonna go ahead and start, and it's the Sun God, Amon-Ra. Come on, tell me you got somebody different.
I don't.
All right, we are.
You know what? I will split off though, and I will do a hot take then. Split off. Number what is it? 6? 6? Yeah. I'm gonna go, and this is pending trade happening. Garrett Wilson on the Jets.
You mean for number 7, or are you switching number 6?
I'm switching number 6.
Okay, you're switching. Okay, so we
Just for
finally
some,
have someone. So you're gonna say
just for
Garrett
some
Wilson.
diversity in here. Yes, I'm
All
gonna go
right.
Garrett Wilson if they get Aaron Rodgers.
Okay. So let me ask you this: redraft Amon-Ra or Garrett Wilson with Aaron Rodgers on the Jets.
Garrett Wilson.
Okay. I look no. I think that's fair, and I really believe that Amon-Ra might drop in my rankings in the next couple weeks, months.
Well, you got Jameson Williams.
Jameson Williams, man,
I love Jameson Williams too coming out of college.
yeah. And guys, obviously, until we see where these rookies go, we're not really going to have a lot of rookies in our top. You know, I mean, we got to see. Best wide receiver could go somewhere where he's overcrowded. So, or maybe they're a run team. So, we'll see. Once we get some more clarity after the draft, I think we'll see 1 or 2 rookies in the top 24 guaranteed.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
Well, I guess it should be no shocker that I have Garrett Wilson as my number 7 guy. For same reasons, man. He's good. Let's just say that he's good. Okay.
Yeah, it's really good.
He's got it. This is going to be interesting. Number 8 through 12. I am very curious. Your 8 through 12. But let's just give me number 8, man. Who? What's going on?
So number 8, I'm gonna split off from the young guys and get an old head in here. I'll go Stephon Diggs.
The Diggs. Okay. The Diggs. Stephon above Tyreek.
Yes, solely because Tyreek. Well, again, they were still both able to eat with Waddle and competing over there. Gabe Davis was stepping up a bit, but yeah, no, I don't think he compares to having to compete with Waddle when it comes to targets. And Stephon Diggs and Josh Allen have a really great connection.
Okay. Okay. Well, I'm going Tyreek. I'm going Tyreek, man. He hasn't lost a step. We saw. I mean, his speed is his power.
Yeah.
And he has not lost until I see him lose a step. I cannot not put him in the top 12.
Yeah, no, I totally agree, which is why my next player is Tyreek Hill.
Oh, there it is, guys. I had a feeling that our wide receivers were going to be very similar. I just small little feeling. Number 9, man. Tell me who you got at number 9.
Number 9. I'm gonna let you take number 9. Start off.
Oh, okay. Or excuse me. Are we at? Yes, we're at number 9. Number 9 for me. T. Higgins.
Not bad.
T. Higgins. Okay, and I just look. Jamar Chase gets hurt, or he does get traded to another team. Doesn't matter. Yep. Doesn't matter. The guy does one thing, and he does one thing very well, and that's catch the football.
Yes. So, I'm a T. Higgins believer. I think I got him in almost every team, except the one league we're in together.
That's
right.
Got
him there. I like that. I like that. Yeah. So mine, I'll go, and it sucks because we don't know who their QB is right now. But off talent alone, Devontae Adams, you go there. Even with the Raiders having an abysmal year last year, Derek Carr tying the league lead in interceptions, you still had Devontae Adams putting in a top 10 year. I think it was the number 3 in PPR last year. Still. Fantasy Pros. Fantasy Pros.
I mean, look, I can't take it away from you. It's a good point. He's a great player.
Don't get me wrong. They throw in some if they throw in Will Levis on the Raiders. If that's what ends up happening, then good for him because he gets Devontae Adams
But
for
he
his transition into the league.
but he goes
But
back. A new quarterback is not gonna come in and just statistically
yeah,
is not gonna come and kill it.
right. Of course.
And I get what you're saying, but man, that's hard. That is really hard.
It is, and I think it was hard for me to take him out of the top 5, but it's the uncertainty of QB.
Sorry, Devontae. I had to drop you. You're spoiler alert. He's not even in my top 12.
Oh man, that is hurtful.
Oh, look, hey, let's see what happens with the free agency, with the draft. But right now, he is outside of my top 12 guys.
Yeah, that's fair.
And with that, my number 10 guy, Chris Olave, baby. Chris Olave. He's got Derek Carr. Derek Carr has Chris Olave. It's gonna be magical. Now, I know they're not gonna go out there and sling the ball for 5,000 yards and 50 touchdowns. That's not gonna happen.
Right.
But Chris Olave is gonna get a lot of receptions. And all the leagues we're in, ladies and gentlemen, are PPR, which again, if you're not playing PPR, what are you doing?
Right. I'm mad at that. My number 10 is Calvin Ridley.
Whoa! From zero to hero, Calvin Ridley.
Yeah,
Oh,
officially
man.
reinstated. Coming
Okay.
in, you like Derek Carr to Chris Olave. I'm gonna take Trevor Lawrence over Derek Carr.
Man, if I recall correctly, I had T-Law pretty high.
I don't. Yeah, and so I like T-Law to Calvin Ridley next year. Division's atrocious, and I think they're gonna have I think he's gonna have a pretty good year with his first year with T-Law.
Okay. I can dig it. Yeah. I can dig it. I don't agree. I mean, okay. Number 11, I'm going back to an old man. Stephon Diggs. Stephon Diggs has been a staple since I can remember.
Mm-hmm.
As a Saints fan, I used to hate his guts. Okay. He is an incredible wide receiver. His route running is just incredible. His hands, dude. What more do you need to say? Stephon Diggs. I mean, come on. If you get him off the board as your, the 11th wide receiver off the board, or later, you're set up for success. I promise you that.
Right. That was it. My 11 is, you already said him, T. Higgins. All the reasons you said. I love T. Higgins.
He's awesome.
I saw reports that he's likely not going to get traded this offseason, which sucks because I kind of wanted the Giants to trade for him. Turn him into a number 1 over in New York. That would have been.
I would be okay with that. I think that would be a great move on their behalf. But I mean, look, they say it's unlikely to happen. Doesn't mean it won't.
Right. Yeah, I think the Bengals' plan is to. I think I know the owner said he'd like for Joe Burrow to take a friendlier deal. That way they can keep Chase, keep Higgins.
Right.
So I think instead of trying to look towards, the next 2 years, 3 years, they're trying to be like, okay, next year. It's better for us to have Jamar Chase and T. Higgins as opposed to trying to plan for 3 years out whenever both T. Higgins and Jamar Chase need to get paid.
I agree. Look, Cincinnati Bengals will win a Super Bowl if T. Higgins is still there within 2 years. It's gonna happen. Number 12, man. Hit me. Who's your number 12? Who is the last of your just top 12 first round pick wide receivers?
Mine's is Olave. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, no, everything said. I liked Olave coming out of college. I liked it. I liked what I saw from him last year, and that was in a no offense, an offense that was kind of abysmal. Didn't know it was, didn't know what was coming out of that. Who was really throwing the ball to you? Whoever was throwing the ball to you, who weren't confident in their talent. I think Derek Carr is the epitome of the just good quarterback. And I think that's going to be a massive upgrade from what Chris Olave had. Derek Carr, stays pretty healthy, so some consistency, some a veteran presence in the pocket. I'm excited to see what Olave does.
No, I agree. Again, trying to keep my Saints bias out of the picture. Look, I have nothing against James Winston. I don't know what happened, why he didn't play more, and I'm not putting that on him. I'm putting that on the coaching staff.
I think he had
So,
some sort of like spinal.
yeah, I know he had some injuries, but he wanted to play. I guess we all want to play.
Yeah,
So,
I'll be honest, and when it comes to injuries on the Saints, it's like a freaking cloud of mystery. I'm never really sure whatever's going on with your injured players.
well, here's a fun fact. Neither do the front staff. So I'm just gonna throw that out there. Yeah,
Really?
it's gonna be a good season. I think. I don't know. I don't even know where to begin with my expectations for the Saints. But as we get closer, maybe we'll be able to stat some of these guys out and get a roundabout guess of what they're going to be getting. So number 12 from me, you're not going to like it. Okay, I'm going to throw this out there right now.
Okay.
And we're going to play a little game to cap this episode off. Okay, you're going to guess who my player is for number 12. Okay.
Number 12.
So your first hint, I'm going to give you 5 guesses.
Okay, that's right.
Or you get 5 questions.
Okay. Easy. AFC or NFC?
NFC.
Older or younger guy?
Younger guy.
Hmm.
Come on.
Looking. Oh, Devontae Smith?
Devontae Smith. You got it. Ding, 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 guys.
Yes.
Devontae Smith. I feel like you got it as soon as I said you're not going to like it.
Yeah, no, I know.
So
Well,
we'll try this again later.
One little thing on that. I don't know if you know on draft night, the Eagles actually jumped the Giants.
Yes, they did.
To take Devontae Smith, and that's how we ended up with Kadarius Toney. Because Dave Gettleman was like, "Well, damn it, I'm gonna get me a wide receiver." They picked Kadarius Toney.
Look, I know all about getting jumped. Okay, multiple interviews and articles about Sean Payton saying, "Yeah, we were gonna take Patrick Mahomes."
Yeah.
So that one hurts.
Man.
That one hurts. Oh yeah, no big deal. Patrick Mahomes behind Drew Brees for a couple years, and then the what ifs, man. The what ifs. But yes, so Devontae Smith, I think there's enough room in there for him and AJ Brown to both be a top wide receiver.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't take Devontae out of like my top 15. My only, and that's not a knock on his talent or anything either. It's just that offense being more run heavy with a mobile quarterback. To say, it's I think as opposed to with the Bengals where there's more of the pie to share. Same thing with the Dolphins. Just more love to go around with on the Eagles, and it's a good offense, but it's not as much passing to share around the team. You also got Dallas Goedert in there too. Got to eat up some touches.
Love Dallas Goedert.
Love him.
But I mean, right there, you were talking about 3 receiving personnel on a team where might be run favored, a little scrambling, but he's got the arm, man. It just takes one play. for your fantasy night to go from I hate fantasy football to I love playing fantasy football.
Yeah.
We've all had those nights. All of us. It's like, this is stupid. I don't know why I play fantasy football. And then, boom, there's a 60-yard touchdown reception. And you had the wide receiver, quarterback, or maybe even both. And then you're
Go to
like,
bed
this is.
losing, wake up with a win.
Oh, man, look, that's a great feeling.
Yeah.
When you go to sleep and you're like, I hate this, and you're like, whatever, I'm over this, and you try to play yourself, and then you wake up and you check and you be like, oh, what was the final score, and blah, 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 and you're like, oh my God, I won.
Yeah.
Now I get to go to work or text my opponent and talk all the smack I won. It's great.
And pretend that I stayed up the entire time like I never had a doubt.
Exactly.
Never a doubt. So any wide receivers you're rooting for next year to do well, or you think might sneakily do well?
So obviously I want Justin Jefferson to break the record. I want him to break the receiving record, the receiving yardage record. He came close, but I want him to do it within 16 games.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And I want it done before the 17th game. That way it's no different than,
right.
So I would like to see that happen.
There's not the little tick, but he had one more game to do it.
Yeah. I'd like Jalen Waddle to maybe, I don't want to say bounce back, but I don't know. There's a lot more.
It was a weird season.
It was a weird season. I want to see a little more from Waddle, not from him, but just he didn't get the looks. So I'm hoping he gets a little more looks. Curious to see if DJ Moore can make a difference in Chicago.
I don't like that.
I mean,
I'm a DJ Moore fan. I wanted the Giants to try to grab him last year whenever Panthers were selling off pieces.
Yeah.
I don't love that for DJ Moore. Maybe Justin Fields develops into a better passer, but just like the 4 or 5 games I catched of the Bears playing, Justin Fields in the pocket did not inspire confidence in me.
They need to get him offensive line. That's what I need to see. Get him some offensive linemen.
I can only imagine as a young quarterback coming in and you are getting freaking blitzed by 6 foot plus 300-pound dudes just trying to break you in half.
Right. They're
and it's I can only imagine. But at the same time, the 31 other quarterbacks are doing the same thing.
Absolutely. So it'll be interesting. I'm looking forward to see. I mean, DJ Moore's played with some crappy quarterbacks.
Yes.
Sam Darnold.
Did you ever get Cam Newton? I think he did.
He's played with Cam.
I think rookie season they played together.
Well, in his return season too.
Oh yeah, for those 3 games. That was a fun time.
Yeah, there's a lot of wide receivers I'm curious to see. What about Christian Watson? What's going to happen if they don't have Aaron Rodgers?
Man.
If Jordan Love's playing, I mean,
I'm curious. I am a Jordan Love fan. I'm rooting for him.
I mean, look, you might as well be rooting for me to go and make the quarterback position for Tampa if you think Jordan Love's going to do anything.
I mean, I'll say the same thing. I love an underdog until they're not an underdog anymore.
I got you.
So Baker, I hated Baker for a good bit while he was, front running, talking all that smack and super cocky. He got humbled. I think the Browns did him dirty. And I was instantly, I'm a Baker fan. I'm a defender of Baker. Yeah. So him, Jordan Love with Aaron Rodgers being Aaron Rodgers, I'm all right, go for Jordan Love.
Okay. So. And just to satisfy my Pittsburgh fan friends I have out there, George Pickens, Deontay Johnson, come on, Pickett. Get your stuff together. Okay, you have
He's a
two
rookie.
good
I mean,
wide receivers. Get your stuff together. Throw them
they,
the ball. That's it.
they also need a line.
Look, there's a lot of teams that need an O line.
Yeah, but
We could. Oh God. But yeah, we'll see what happens. I'm curious.
yeah.
It'll be good. It'll be good stuff. But any final thoughts to close it out?
No, I bet I would say fantasy relevancy wise, if you see Odell going to the Chiefs, you may want to scoop him up.
Scoop him up. All right, you heard it
If
here,
you're holding
guys.
on to Odell on your bench, I'd say still hold on. Still hold on.
I like to do it. Well,
Yeah.
guys, you heard it. If Odell's still out there, go grab him. I'm not. I want nothing to do with him, but that's just me. All right, guys, I want to thank you all for watching, for listening, for laughing at us, and trying to figure out why these two people are talking about football. They obviously don't know what they're talking about. Hey, we just like talking about it, man. That's just how we do. So make sure you do the whole thing, do the like, do the subscribing, do the whatever. Let us know, comments, all those fun things. Let us know if
Always got
you're
to do
watching.
whatever.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Always.
Doesn't matter though. If you don't do it, it's fine. Because we're gonna be back again. And again and again and again. It doesn't matter. Because we love football.
Yeah.
All right, Arnaldo. All right, guys out there. Thank you all for tuning in, having fun with us. And until next time, we'll see you later. Peace
Peace.
out, man.